Yo, what's going on, guys? So, today I'll be showing you guys how to write a agility script. And the first one I'm going to do is the gnome agility. Well, I'm only going to show you this one, but once you learn this one, you should know how to do the rest of them. So, the only thing about writing agility scripts are knowing your game objects tiles, because even these game objects have their own tiles. And then you also need to know where you're going to end up after you click on that tile or after you click on the game object. So let's say if you click on the game object, you will land on this tile. So once you have this tile, then you could just pretty much write a state that says, if you are in this position, then you should do blah blah blah, which is pretty much going up this net. And then after you go up that net, you should land on a different tile, and then just rinse and repeat and do the same thing until you get to the end tile. And then just have your character move back to the beginning, and that's pretty much how the script will be. So let's go ahead and get started. I already created a class. I'm gonna copy my bot template. I'm gonna rename it back to gnome agility. Change this to gnome agility. You could change the category if you want, but I don't really care. Alright, so let's go ahead and define our points, our game objects, our tiles, blah blah, those stuff. So first I'm gonna initialize or create my area in which I'm gonna start in. And so if we're in this area, then we want our bot to start, or to begin. So let's go ahead and initialize. Let's go ahead and create an area. We're just gonna call it start equal to new area. We're gonna get this spot right here, 24733438, and then we want this spot over here, 24753436. Go ahead and import it. And we also want to have this middle tile as a reference to if we need to click back to the beginning area. So I'm just gonna call tile start tile equal new tile 24743437. So now we have that. Let's go ahead and get all of our end tiles for all of our game objects, or just our end tiles after whenever we finish a obstacle. So the first tile will be the log tile. I'm just gonna call it tile end log tile. Makes it kind of easier to remember. And new tile 24743429. If you want, you can go ahead and just pre-write your whatever tile equal new tile, and then just copy and paste it, and then just put in your inputs afterwards. So I'm just gonna go through the whole obstacle and put all those in. So that's like right here, I put end net 1 tile, since I think there's 2 nets in here, and then just put in your position. And keep in mind that since we're on the next level, it's 1 up, so it's in the first level, and then after this one will be on the second level. So just remember that when you're writing your tiles. Now I'll be right back. Alright, so once you have all your end tiles, now let's go ahead and just initialize our game objects. We're not gonna put any values into them yet because we're gonna define them whenever we get into our switch statements to make sure we pull the right game object. So I'm just gonna initialize everything that or all the game objects. So game object and then log, and we're just gonna do that. And I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of them real quick. Alright, so make sure you have 7 game objects. And then now we're gonna go through and get our tiles for our game objects. We're just gonna make these comments because we will need them later. So if you want, you can actually just go ahead and create those tiles right now. So let's just go ahead and do it. So tile, and then we can just do log tile equal to new tile. And then in order to get the tiles for those game objects, you need to go to debugging and go game debugger. So you just get really close to the game object and go to game objects and refresh it. And log balance, which is this one. The tile will be 24743435. So I'm gonna go through the whole course again and get all those tiles, and I'll be back. Alright, so I have 7 different game object tiles now. So let's go ahead and get started with defining our different states that we will be in. And pretty much our states are just going to be like our game objects names, like log, net1, net2, blah blah, those kind of stuff. So we're just going in order. First one's going to be log, second one's going to be net1, branch 1, rope, branch 2, net 2, and pipe. So those are going to be all of our states. So pretty much when we're in the log states, we're just trying to make sure we get through this obstacle. And then same thing with the rest of them. And then let's go ahead and write our if statements. This one is rather simple. So the first one, we're really just checking if we're in the beginning area, or if we're at the end of the obstacle. So we're in this tile, which is our end pipe tile, and if we are there, then we wanted to start be in the log state, and then we're just trying to get through this obstacle. So we're gonna do if log.contains get local player, or if our local player dot get tile dot equals, we want to be end pipe tile. So we're at the end of the obstacle. If we are, then we want the state to be equal to state.log. And this ain't right. This is supposed to be start. My bad. So now, after the log, then we're doing the net. And net is pretty much else if get local pair dot get tile dot equals. So when we're at the end of the log tile, that's when we want to be in the net state. So go ahead and put end log tile. And then state equals state dot net 1. So then now we will be in the next state trying to get up this net. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest like that. The last else if statement should be putting you at the state pipe. So just double check that whenever you're doing it. Alright, so I wrote all the else if statements, so you should have 7 in total, just to pretty much match all of our game object numbers. So now let's go ahead and write our case. So case log, then we want to make sure we log it. No pun intended. We're gonna just put a log here as well, just to make sure that we know where we're at during the obstacle course. So you can do this in many different ways. You could write different like switch case statements to make it more randomized, or else if statements to maximize your randomness, just so that you don't get banned. Since pretty sure agility scripts are the #1 banned scripts. When I wrote this script, I didn't get banned. I actually got to like 15 or 20, and then I went to go do monkey bars. So I'll be writing that script later for you guys as well. Alright, let's get back to the script. Alright, so now we have to define our game objects, which we will be using a filter to make sure we get the right game object. So we'll do log is equal to get game object dot closest, and we're gonna make sure that what is returned is not equal null, and the name dot equals, see, this one is log balance. So log balance, and remember we actually got the game objects tile, so this definitely makes it where it will return the correct one. So now we just do and c dot get tile dot equals, and then we just put log tile. This is just to ensure that we actually get this little tile right here, so that when we click it, we actually go to the end. So there's that, and we're gonna do, because once we're, let me show you. Once you go through this obstacle course, it will land like this, right? But it lands somewhere around like this, and you can't see the log. So we want to write a piece of code that will turn the screen to the log, so that it is actually in the screen. So pretty much it's gonna turn it like this. Oops. So like this, and then it will see the log, and then it can click on it. So we want it to do that. So we're gonna do if logs dot is on screen. Notice that I put the exclamation mark to negate it, so if log is not on screen, it's pretty much how you read it. Then we want to get the camera object and rotate it by using keyboard. So we're gonna do .keyboard rotate to entity, and then we're just gonna put log, and that's how you do it. And then we also wanted to run to the log. So in case it doesn't see it, then we wanted to like run to this area. So in case whatever may happen, then we wanted to run to the start areas before trying to click on the log. I don't think this is really needed, but just in case. So we're gonna do if start.contains get local player and logs or start log, my bad, that is on screen. So just doing if the log is not on screen, we turn it to the log, and then if we're not currently at the start area, then this is pretty much making us run to the area that we first initialized and wrote. So now we're just gonna write a moving method. So if get local player is moving, so if the player isn't moving, then get walking not walk, and we're gonna put our start tile, and then we're gonna sleep until start not contains our local player. We're also gonna, after 6 seconds, break out of this loop if we don't end up there. And that is half of the case done. So now we actually need to click on the log. So in order to do that, you could just pretty much click on the log, interact with the log, whichever way. So one thing I did with my original script was kind of made it a little random. So I made it to where I had to switch statements. I randomly chose 3 numbers, and whichever number I chose, that case ran. So I'm just going to do it on the first one for you guys to see, and then the rest of them, you guys could either do it the same way, or you guys just follow what I'm going to do, which is pretty much simple. Just interact with it. I think that's the simplest one. And I think it always right clicks. I'm not sure. So to do this, you're just going to do switch random num 1 2 3. So pretty much we're writing a switch inside of a switch right now, a nested switch statement. So case 1, so if it rolls on 1, we're just gonna do get mouse dot click logs dot get log dot click get click double point and break. So what this does is it finds any point at any time when it can actually click it, and it clicks on it. So it can click anywhere, so it's kind of random. So now, next, case 2, we're just gonna do log.interact, just like that, and then break. And then case 3, you could do log.interact, but this time put the string value for it. So walk across, and then break. And then after your whole switch statement is done, you want to sleep until you're at the end of the log. So sleep until get local player get tile dot equals end log tile. And break after 6 seconds. And then you want to break out of this case because this is breaking out of our outside switch statement. And that is pretty much how you would write log. So when you do it, you don't have to put all these case stuff that I did right here. You could just pretty much put like case 3. Probably would work already, but I just did this just to be a little extra. So now let's go ahead and finish the rest of the cases, and I'm just going to do it the easy way. So now we're on case net 1. Make sure you log it. We're going to do net is equal to get game objects. Let's just go ahead and copy this, make it a lot easier. So we're just going to change this to whatever this is called, obstacle net. Obstacle, and then change this to net 1 tile. And I think this is on net 1. So there we go, that's done. So now we're just gonna do net not interact. We're just gonna do climb over. So we do that, then need to reverse net 1. And we need to sleep until our local player was end net 1 tile. And if it doesn't finish by 6 seconds, break out of it. And pretty much that's just how it's gonna be. Simple like this, not as complex. Well, this ain't even complex, it's just more work. But just do this for the rest of the game objects, and I will get back to the beginning, and then we will run it to see if it works, see if there's any problems that we may get into, and we can try to fix it. All right, so once you have all of your switch statements finished, we will go ahead and run it. I also ran into a problem when I was kind of testing it just to make sure it was working. That I had my net 2 tile wrong, so that was giving me a problem there too. And there was also a problem where when it came down from the tree and it clicked over the net, like it couldn't click on the pipe. It was misclicking on the net. So we'll have to fix that, and I'll show you once we get there. It might not happen again, but we'll see. So go ahead and make sure you save it, export it, export it as a jar file, save it to where all your bots are, scripts are. Finish, and let's have it run. So first one, log. You two went through fine, starting out. Going up the obstacle net, going up the branch, clicking awfully fast. Might have to fix that a bit so it don't click so quick. Alright. Seemed to be fine this time around. But I think I'm still gonna write a code just in case. And I think at the end there, we should probably make it sleep a little longer. Feel like maybe perhaps it's finishing too quick, so the sleep is actually too little. So for the log, for which when it finishes the obstacle might be a little short. So we're gonna change it to, let's say, 10 seconds. And then right there, the pipe needs to be a little bit longer. We'll just do 10 seconds as well. Go ahead. In case accidentally misclick at the net 2 part, let's go ahead. We're just gonna change the camera pitch a little higher. So we're gonna do get camera mouse rotate to pitch, and in order to see the pitch and stuff, we're pretty much going to tools, debugging, and then you just want to look at the mouse. Is it the mouse? Yeah, I think it might be the mouse, or oh, actually, it's the camera. My bad. So as you guys can see, like the pitch is, I guess, how high, how low it is. We're just gonna somewhere around here. Look good. Once it gets down, or once it gets through the net, 262 is, I think, high enough for it to be to see the pipe. So we're just gonna do change the pipe to 262, and just to as backup in case something does happen. And like maybe it might be too low like this. Sometimes when it starts out, I guess when your bot starts out, it starts out somewhere around like this. So just having it change to like 262 will give it enough area for your bot to click on it. So another thing we wanted to do was sleep a little bit before it actually clicks on the next one. Because right now it has pretty much like maximum efficiency, and that might be a little too detectable. So I guess at the end of each one, let's just make it sleep 1 second. And this ensures that it doesn't, I guess, misclick sometimes. This is supposed to be 10 seconds as well. And we'll make the rope might take a little long too, so we're just gonna put that as 10 seconds as well. Okay, let's go ahead and save it. Export it again. And we'll run it again to see if it works. So sleeping thing seems to work a lot. So once it clicks on that, turn the pitch up, then it clicks on the pipe. So that's that worked out really well. Now it just does the same thing over and over. So once it's in the area, oh well, just misclicked. It should go back. I think. I was waiting 10 seconds. All right, and it goes back and does it again. One more thing I might want to add is just run through it a couple times, see where the biggest mistakes are coming from, and then just finish off your switch statement with a default to just in case something happens, then just make it run to a certain spot or something like that where you feel like it may have the most problem with the most. And that is pretty much the gnome agility script. Hope you guys enjoyed, learned a bit of new things about how agility works and how you could write other ones for uh, the house agility and stuff like that. It's really simple. Sorry for the slow uploads. I know that some of you guys want me to write a fishing one, banking one, so pretty much updating my combat training one to pick up stuff like that. I'll probably be doing that soon. I have a lot of other projects I'm working on as well. So, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.